Maybe unmute yourself.
I do that every week.
Boy.
Professionals. Hello, everybody. We are going live tonight, and we're going to be talking to a few of the attendees about their experiences, aren't we, mate?
Yeah. Sorry, I've just made the schoolboy error of not turning my volume down and turning notifications off.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we've done it, so.
Yeah, it has been a fair few weeks since me and you have done one, hasn't it? We've had Danny on for 2 weeks doing pretty much his whole life story when it's come to what he's done. Really looking forward to the next couple of weeks because we've got David Yost doing a live. We've got Danny and quite a few of the guys from Death in Paradise coming on as well. We've got Ben Miller and him and a couple of the other actors from Death in Paradise coming on. So that'll be really interesting because I think most of the guys that are coming on have actually left the series. So who knows, might get some inside goss, so that'll be pretty cool. Then we've got Robert Llewellyn coming on next week as well. And then I think Chris Barry on the 27th, I think, as well.
A packed lineup.
Yeah, and there is still another 2 that we're waiting back for, and we've asked another 3, I think, on top of that. So, yeah, getting a few lives in there for everybody to listen to, and we know it's not the same as a Comic-Con, but at least you get to speak to and listen to a fair few of your favorite actors and that, so it's not too bad. It's not so
pushy and shovey as it is going to a convention, is it?
No. But this week we've got 4. Is it 4? Yeah, 4 attendees lined up that are waiting in the wings to come in and talk to us.
Technically 6, if you really want to be specific, but
actually, yeah. To be fair, it's 6. Sorry. Yeah, we've got them waiting in the wings. We're going to do a competition as well. Competition to win. Boom! A signed Flash Gordon pop. This is my very last one I've got as well. We've got no more of these. We did have quite a few. So if you want to win this, go over to the Facebook page, comment on the feed, share and like the feed as well. And Eddie, our producer, will pick somebody from the comments and everything to win this. Like I say, the last one I've got. So coming up next, go back as well. We've got a guest to announce later on as well. So what we'll do is we'll interview all the attendees first, and then we'll go straight to a guest announcement. So the first couple that we're going to bring on, I think you had actually more. You saw more of this than I did, didn't you? Saw more of this couple than I did.
To be honest, it was a case of I wasn't actually at its point at the time. I was the other side of the arena where the photo studio is.
Yeah. I was miles away. I was in the cash office.
And physically, I was at that side of the arena during that sort of time, and I was sort of kind of peering across, going, "Oh, it's at that time of the day already." It
was the music that gave it away.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So we're gonna speak to Drew and Donna, who actually got married at the event last time it happened. Here we are. Hi Drew. Hi Donna. Someone's got a muted.
Yeah.
Been muted.
I don't know how you do
There we go. We sorted you.
Hello.
We're sacked the producer.
There we go.
Yeah, so last time we saw you guys, you were all dressed up and getting paparazzied by Danny John Jules.
He covered that last week, didn't he?
Yeah, we spoke about that. He remembers it. We went backstage with Danny and he was talking about it after, and he was like, "Oh, it was amazing." So yeah,
it was.
So we'll talk about other stuff as well, but as we brought it up, we might as well ask you first. What was your memories of the day last year, and leading up to it as well. Let's hear about that.
Oh, leading up to it, we were still looking for a venue, and this one thought, you know what? I'll ask MCon. He gave me 9 months to plan a wedding. So it was great. We already had our tickets and everything because we were already coming. We love MCon. But yeah, Drew decided to ask. You guys said yes, and you gave me 9 months to plan a wedding.
Yeah, sorry.
It's great fun. I love going to cons.
I suppose it's like a completely unique way of doing it, though.
The whole thing was crazy. Anyway,
Yeah. The actual day was a blur. I don't remember the Saturday.
We were a bit too busy to sit back and enjoy the con that day.
Yeah.
It was just mental.
So, yeah.
But we were there both days anyway, so we had a more chill time the next day anyway.
Yeah, I was just about to ask.
So everybody realised who you were, and you couldn't go 5 feet, could you?
No, we couldn't. We were being grabbed everywhere. It was
nice.
crazy to say the least.
Crazy how much attention it got as well.
Oh my goodness, it got absolutely mad at one point, didn't it? We had interviews and all sorts.
Local press,
Yeah. Look, yeah.
I remember it being on the news. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we were on the news. Was it
We caught
Sunday
the
night?
news online. We missed seeing it on the TV, but
Yeah, I think we were travelling back from MCon at the time it was on.
Have you've seen it since though? I assume.
Yes.
Yeah.
Several times. Yeah, I might have rewatched it a couple of times. Danny's video he sent us.
Brilliant.
Video sorted.
Yeah.
And we've sent that to so many people. That was brilliant. We had a bit of a struggle trying to get it off him, didn't it? Because we don't have iPhones, and he filmed it on an iPhone. So we had to get it sent to a friend, split in half, and then stitched back together.
Well, apart from obviously the wedding, what was your sort of like whole family and all your friends sort of like reaction to it all?
Before the wedding, it probably got some mixed feelings. I think a lot of people were a bit unsure about what we were doing, but we had people there who hadn't been to cons before, but they enjoyed the day, and it was so wacky and different, and they loved the ceremony. We had a nice after party reception after, didn't we? But
I've had several family members actually attend cons since the wedding. It was really, they've never attended before, and we have on both sides of our family. We have some very geeky members, don't we?
Yeah.
And they'd never attended cons, so they've been back.
Obviously, you guys have bought tickets for that particular weekend, and obviously taking the ceremony out of that for a minute. As part of that weekend, who were you gravitating towards? What was your biggest sort of, because X is going, this is going to fall into place so well?
Originally, for me, it was Brent Spiner.
Obviously.
And unfortunately, he couldn't make it on the day, but he was my big draw. You were...
Same too, and I was happy to see Jason David Frank again.
Oh, he was amazing. I actually met him last year. I didn't meet him before.
Well, obviously, down to the wedding, Danny John Jules stole the show for us.
Oh, we were actually looking forward to seeing him.
Yeah, that would have been our second time seeing him, but that just blew it out the water.
Ben did it last year, didn't they? Or the year before. I'm confused.
So who are you looking forward to seeing from the lineup for the next event?
I missed a lot of your notifications for this one. I think you've got someone from Jay and Silent Bob, haven't you?
Yeah, we've got Jason Mewes,
Yeah.
And who you've got? What's his face from The Big Bang Theory as well, haven't you?
John Ross.
Yeah,
he's going.
I look forward to seeing him. Obviously, Danny John Jules again.
Yeah, obviously Danny.
Yeah, but the lineup at the wedding absolutely blew my mind.
Yeah.
I mean, we met the several from Star Trek as well, which blew my mind.
Oh yeah, Meet and Walk is amazing.
Yeah. He's such a nice guy as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, genuine guy.
Nick Frost as well that year. Because I came into the con to set up our stuff before, and Nick Frost just casually walked past me, and I just lost it a little bit. Went and chatted to him, got a sneaky selfie, and then we saw him again after the ceremony.
Send him a PayPal invoice.
That's like £15, yeah. No, Nick is so nice, isn't he? He's such a lovely guy.
We saw him again
we
after
saw
the
him.
ceremony, and he was lovely.
He was sat next to JDF on the table, so we went down to see JDF, and Nick Frost grabbed us. So.
And you saw him separately for your picture.
Yeah, and then I saw him the next day for the photo op.
Yeah.
Because we had photo. We like I said, we booked everything anyway, because for us coming to cons, it's a regular thing now. We love it.
We love that. We love cosplay. That's,
yeah.
I don't know where the idea to do it. The con came from originally.
Yeah.
I think originally it was a joke. You know, oh, we're gonna have a cosplay wedding, and everyone was a bit over. But it just built up and stuck, and then I approached MCon, and it went from there.
It worked.
Yeah, it was an amazing day.
We've actually had a lot of requests since yours.
Started the trend.
Wow.
And now we're just like, I don't want to turn into a wedding venue. So it's like we've had to kind of say no to a few now, because it was like it was becoming kind of like, email every couple of weeks would come in, and it was just like, oh, what?
Sorry.
No. Right, we're over the moon that we've done it once. Who knows? We might do it again. But when you've got like 5 people saying, "Can I get married next year?" and it's like, how the hell would we do 5? We can't. Yeah. And I'm one of these guys that if I can't say yes to something, it'll be no to everybody. Just to be fair, because the next thing you get, if you've said yes to somebody, it'll be up on all the social media, and then you'll get 4 emails from other people going, "Why did you say no to us?"
Yeah.
So, but
maybe you could come up with a separate MCon wedding event for
maybe the other venue, the other wall, and just have that just for weddings. Yeah, that's
Wedcon.
Wedcon. Heard it here first. Copyright Drew. What if I write it down? Does that mean it's mine? No. Great, guys. Well, we're absolutely over the moon that you enjoyed it.
And thank you again for letting us share our day with you. It was beyond amazing.
I know people say this, but it was genuinely our pleasure. Everybody on the crew, especially the management team, we were walking around, weren't we, Simon, with?
Yeah.
She smiled just like, oh my God, someone's getting married at our event.
It was a little surreal in the sort of process of like, okay, you used to put a convention on, but now we're throwing a wedding in there. It's like, is this going to work? Can it work? Are they going to, are we going to do it right? Are they going to enjoy it? Because it is a special
amazing.
Day,
All of the staff, everybody there was so brilliant. I absolutely loved it. I can't say thank you enough. You really made our day even better.
That was our big plan for our anniversary as well. We were going to go to MCon for the weekend, but obviously, current circumstances, last year was cancelled.
Yeah, COVID scuppered that. But I remember as it's happening, I was getting calls from Chris, and I was like, because Chris did a lot of the work with you, didn't he? And he was like, no, everything's going great, because I was backstage, so I didn't get to see a lot of it, but he was like, oh no, I can hear the music, and we all ran out, just for a look.
Because like I said, I come in to set up originally when I bumped into Nick Foss, and we were just expecting to be like in the stalls, in a quiet little corner, but then someone suggested doing it right in the middle. I was like, can't wait, and it felt quite guilty for completely stopping the con for a moment. But
I think that was Chris that had already set up that, or set aside that area, because when we were talking about it as management, we basically said, let's kind of stick them right in the seat so everybody can see it. So
we were feeling like, we don't want to get in the way, we don't want to disrupt the con too much.
No. We were in the middle and everybody could see it.
We've seen pictures of the crowd, and we couldn't believe it.
The amount of people who were there watching, you're like, whoa. So it was.
I bet you don't know a single person that's had that many people at their wedding.
No. No, definitely not.
That's why we were watching the wedding on The Flash, and I sat there thinking, there's more superheroes at my wedding.
Yeah. Actually, talking about The Flash, my best moment ever at MCon, or my favourite moment, there was a guy dressed up as, basically he was in the same sort of like Flash outfit that he wore in The Big Bang Theory. So he stood there, and I was running across the hall, and as I ran past him, I just went, quicker than the Flash, and everybody just burst into laughter, and I was just like, yeah, running across the hall. You mentioned it, so I thought I'd say. Anyway, we've got quite a few waiting backstage, so we're gonna thank Drew. I know Donna's got to shoot off to work as well, so yeah, sorry about that, but so great talking to you guys. Thanks for sharing your experience.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Nice to see you again. You know,
and we look forward to seeing you at the next con. We will be
hopefully
there.
we'll see you. Well, hopefully I won't be backstage, so I can come and say hello.
Yeah.
Great stuff. You take care.
Lovely.
Bye. Thank you, guys. Bye.
Wow.
Yeah.
As soon as they started talking about that, it was like, oh, I remember that. That was great. Yeah, really, really cool memories.
A lot of a weekend for us just goes by in a blink of an eye, you know, and you don't remember a lot of it. So to have something that triggers that and brings it back again is quite a nice
Genuinely does. Absolutely does. I mean, we usually sort of like sit there on a Monday, don't we? Just before we start breaking everything down and loading stuff into vans and whatnot. And we're just like, I was only loading this 2 seconds ago. Wow, the weekend's gone so quick.
Yeah, that that standing in the empty arena on loading day.
Yeah.
To loading day out goes by so quick.
And then it's like a couple of years later or a year later, like, you know, just been speaking to Drew and Donna, and they're telling you, you know, oh, and they met Nick, and it's like, wow. Yeah, all of it went by so quick for us, but then it's great to hear what other people experienced, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, I'm just
and that's why we do it, anyway.
Exactly. So, do you want to remind everybody about the competition that's scrolling across at the bottom in a second?
Yeah, for your chance to win a signed Flash Gordon Pop, all you need to do is comment and share it on the video stream on the Facebook, and our production team will pick out a winner, and we'll be in touch to get it, I'm guessing, collected.
No, I'm going to post this one.
Okay, fair enough.
So our next guest is actually needs no introduction. Everybody knows her because she's famous. She's been on TV now. Anyway, we're going to get Kerry on. Kerry has been coming along for a lot of years to MCon. She's a huge geek, as her T-shirt says. Hey, Kerry, how are you doing?
Hi, everybody. How's everybody tonight?
All good, thank you.
All good.
So, Kerry, obviously you've been backstage and you've listened to what we've chatted about with Drew and Donna. We want to hear about your experiences at MCon.
Well, one of my best experiences was actually being there to video Drew and Donna's wedding. So that was really, really fun. Other experiences that we've had there have usually included a fundraiser with the Geek Asylum, as you always give us space. Thank you very much for that. That is always appreciated. We come along and we raise money for whichever charity you guys choose on MCon Nottingham weekend, or whichever MCon event that we've attended. We came down to Burton. That was incredible. We really enjoyed ourselves in Burton as well. MCon Nottingham, we attend something like 25 to 30 events a year, and MCon Nottingham is in top 5 every time. Never disappoints. Never.
We've got to do better.
You always have top-notch guests, but it's not even mainly about them. It's become a sort of place where all the geeks descend and the guests happen to be there too. You know, because the crowd of people, the volunteer team and everything that you put together, the atmosphere, you have to be in there to experience it. It's one of the best that we've ever experienced.
Yeah.
Well, glad to hear that. But there was one thing that you actually mentioned in there, and there's only me and Eddie that know about this. So what we're going to do, you talked about, you know, it's where the geeks descend and stuff like that. Well, we've got a huge space outside, as you've probably seen, you know, the huge square.
Yeah.
For the next event, we're actually going to turn that into a huge dwelling space. So what we're going to do is we're going to put benches out there for people to have their lunch and stuff like that. there should be a huge screen going out there as well with potentially new film trailers. That's in the balance at the moment because obviously, you know, with COVID and everything. But yeah, there's going to be a huge screen outside running trailers for new films. There's also potentially going to be a stage with live music on as well. And also we're going to get all the TV and film cars back as well for the next event. So
Brilliant.
Huge space outside that's going to be utilized. But you mentioned it, so I thought, you know, get it out there. Tell Kerry, tell the world.
Oh, that sounds absolutely fantastic. Because some of the things that we've really enjoyed as well is the cosplay aspect. Everybody, from somebody who's put on a onesie and a mask to somebody who spent 6 months welding and sewing and things like that, it's mind-blowing, and everybody has a good time. Nobody puts anybody to their standards, and we've been lucky enough to host the cosplay competition for you. So that's always been a fun way to get to meet other people and have people showcase their skills too.
I've also had a little thought about that as well.
Oh, can't wait for that.
Obviously, you guys always hand out the prizes, don't you?
Here we go.
So I had a little thought. How's this sound? You know, rather than we'll put the competition still on upstairs, but whoever comes, you know, first, second, and third, we always give the prizes out, don't we? So I think what we're going to do now is hand the prizes out up on one of the balconies where Drew and Donna had their wedding, but we're going to get one of the guests to come up with you to hand out the prizes.
Do I get to choose?
Well, it's us that's got to go around asking every single one of them. But yeah, we're going to try and get one of the guests to come up with you and you know, do it as well. Also as well, we've only done it one day this the last few events, haven't we?
Yes.
I think we might do it both days this time.
You know, I've got enough voice for 2 days, and we're all good with that one.
It's just, you know, we get people attending for one day, but what we're not going to do is we're not going to stop them entering both days, you know. Yeah, so you heard it here first, everybody that's listening. We're going to be running the cosplay competition for both days of the next event. And, you know, exclusive, we're going to have a brand new dwelling area on the outside of the event as well on Bolero Square.
That just sounds absolutely phenomenal.
This is definitely an exclusive because I haven't told Tony about this either.
Yeah, I just get flashbacks of moving cars about. That's all.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Well, we've got a great team there to help, so it shouldn't be too much. You've
got some of the best volunteer team I've ever had the pleasure of working with. Well, most of us are friends now anyway, all through your event.
Do you know what, Kerry? I'll absolutely echo that. I've worked with a lot of people, and you know, we've had people come and go from other events that have come to try and work with our team. Not always been the right sort of like person to volunteer for us, but we've got like maybe a core of about 80 that are fantastic. And, you know, some events might need, you know, 200-300 of volunteers. We can get by on, you know, 60 or 70 because we've got, you know, absolute robots that just steam in and everything that they've got to do. Yeah. And, you know, sometimes you don't even need to say, you know, oh, can you go and do that, please? Literally, one person's already sort of like walking by. Oh, are you free? No, I'm going to go do that. Oh, okay, yeah, no, carry on. That's what I was going to ask you. You know, brilliant. Yeah. How many times has that happened, Tony? That happens all the time, mate.
Plenty of times. Yeah. You know, you go to an area and you expect to ask the question, what needs doing, where's the pinch points? No, it's all good. We've got it in hand. We changed this. We rerouted that, and you're like, okay, I'll just leave you to it then, shall I?
Actually, I just want to. Sorry, I just wanted to point out on you know, sort of like the subject of volunteers. There's a guy that's doing the production for this, and he was exactly a prime example of that. Eddie used to literally just sort of like be here, there, and everywhere, and he'd be like, "Oh, Eddie, is there any chance you can go and set that screen up that's, you know, like up in the ops outfit? Already done it, mate. Already done it." You know, it's like,
where were you?
Yeah, all right, yeah. Oh, screw it. I'll just go and sit in the back room.
You open the doors, you can close up tonight. Go and sit down. Yeah.
Exactly. I think that's about all that's left for us to do, isn't it?
That's pretty much it. I mean, talking about what the volunteers do, you have that area in Nottingham where you have your guests, and you would expect it to be quite a crush, like for the different ways of the queues, and that always expertly managed. And I've always admired how well you've done that, because you can go to some places and they're crisscrossing everywhere, and you're trying to get through to this one. And all of your volunteers are always professional, they're always friendly, but everybody knows their job to do, and you're always manoeuvred in a way that's not intrusive. So it's always really well put together.
In 7 years, how many complaints have we had about our crew, Tony?
What, you specifically, or
no, not about me and you? so it's a big fat zero. Yeah. No, genuinely, I can't even remember a complaint about any crew member. I think somebody said, "Oh, she was very shouty," but then you're like, "Yeah, but if she hadn't shouted, nobody would have heard her."
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, what are you complaining about? You heard her.
Did you get your autograph? And did you were you in a virtual queue at the time?
Exactly. Yeah.
Good job she was shouty then.
Yeah,
Your
exactly.
virtual queue system. I mean, like I say, I do 25 to 30 of these, and I've not seen a queue as well organised in a lot of them. Again, you're in the top 5 easily with those ones. So kudos to everybody who worked on that, because that is amazing. And even though I say, the guests happen to be there, the guests are a huge part of MCon. I've had some excellent experiences. I'm a massive Red Dwarf fan. There's not many people know that, I don't think. I wear my heart on my sleeve a little. But yeah, so getting to meet Danny John Jules, getting to meet Chris Barry, getting to meet Robert Llewellyn, like all sat together, meeting Chloe Annette. That was the first time I'd ever met her, for all I've been a fan for so long.
Oh, Chloe's lovely.
Yeah, she was adorable. But three that stick out for me was Nathan, what's his face, who played Finn in Misfits. He was sweetie. I could have brought him home and sat him on my mantelpiece. He was adorable.
He was in Doctor Who as well, wasn't he?
He was in Doctor Who. Sorry, there's 4, because Pearl Mackie, when you had Pearl Mackie, which was a queue. That was a queue getting her on that. She was brilliant.
We were the first ones to book her as well. Wasn't the first to have her, but we were the first to book her.
First to book her. And I was looking at David Bradley's photos, because he'd gone for his photo shoot. So I was having a look to see if he had any Hot Fuzz ones. Oh. And she stopped her queue, and I was dressed as Ursula at the time. She went, "That is my Halloween costume this year." So that was something that I'll take.
Yeah, she's brilliant, Pearl.
Nick Frost, my other half would normally come to MCon, and he happened to have to work that weekend. So I thought I'll go and get him an autograph from Nick Frost. And me and him had a chat, and I was dressed as Annie Wilkes from Misery when I approached the desk.
Yeah.
And he just sat back and went, "I have never seen that done. That looks amazing. You win my cosplayer prize today." So that was huge props for me. And he was really sweet. And he actually wrote on Mike's autograph to Mike, "Kerry wins my cosplayer prize today." So
that's awesome.
I mentioned on
that's so good.
Yeah, we still argue about that, but never mind. But one of my top ones was Benedict Wong. Benedict Wong is such an amazing person. I mean, I first saw him on the Countdown episode of the IT Crowd.
Yeah.
So, that's the closest I've been to being on Countdown. So that suits me. And I paid for a selfie. Yeah, paid Donna and Drew, paid for my selfie. Not sneaky ones. And then he asked for a photograph of me dressed as Annie Wilkes, sort of approaching him from behind, like with a hammer. So we had some fun doing that. Anyway, last Halloween.
You've got to send me that photo. I've never seen that.
Have you not? Oh,
no.
I've got messages from people on Facebook saying, "Have you seen Benedict Wong's Instagram?"
Oh, he put it on there. Brilliant.
Brilliant.
And he put us on his story on Instagram, and it's me, and he's like, "Get yourself a date like this on Halloween." Well, I screenshot it straight away, put it on Twitter, tagged the MCon thing, and I was like, "Look at this is amazing." So that's my claim to fame, as well as being on TV, obviously.
You know what, actually, I did get a little bit of, "Oh, you have seen that, you idiot." I think I have seen that, actually. Because when you mentioned the date thing, I was like, "Oh, yeah, that actually rings a bell." Mm-hmm. So, I mean, we was going to ask you, what was your favourite experience at MCon?
Well, I think it summed them, all 16 of them up.
Yeah, Too many, far too many. There's never just one experience. Even after the con, meeting up with the amount of people that we see regularly going to, like whether they be traders, exhibitors, things like that. There was one night we decided we were going out for one afterwards, and that was with Loz from one of the exhibitors from the Captain Prop Shack, and we ended up going for one, and I think we left there at about 1:30 in the morning, and we were a pretty state.
Like you.
Not like me at all. No, I was a good girl.
Well, what you need to do is you need to stay over on the Sunday next time and come to the actual proper after party with all of us guys.
Well, if that's an offer, I might have to take you up on that then.
Well, I might have to do that.
It was just, I'll check my diary.
Will there be any lemonade involved?
Or just lemonade and milk. That's it. That's all I drink, obviously.
Yeah, that's all me and Tony. Yeah, that's all we consume as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the horns are just there to hold the halo up. Yeah. But yeah, the whole weekend was an experience.
We've heard you're talking about your experiences. What was your favourite because obviously you run the costume competition for us. What's your favourite costume that you've seen at MCon?
Oh, again, you're asking me to choose my favourite child here. It's easier. It's the grandkids, by the way. Yeah.
I've seen your grandchildren. Very cute.
They're amazing. I would have to say a couple of my favourites have been. I'm always admiring people who've got talent, who can create things, because I can barely write legibly. So people there was a girl who'd come with she'd made every single dragon scale in this huge costume she'd done. Wow. There was another girl, Alexandra Richards, I think she won that year, and she had hand stitched like about 300 flowers on this amazing dress, and like every stitch in that, apart from weaving the material herself, she'd done all of that.
It's amazing the lengths they go to.
Yeah. A couple of standout ones. We had somebody dressed as the monster book from Harry Potter. Where did that come from? But yes, they were actually the little book of monsters from Harry Potter. That was incredible. And there was a girl dressed as Evil Lynn, and straight back, and it was she made in everything that was on there. But the caliber is phenomenal. But it again, going back to, it doesn't matter whether somebody is dressed in a onesie with a mask on or they've spent all this time on it, because everybody has fun, and that's what cosplay and MCon promotes. That not even just from the top level, but that energy from you guys seeps through, and everybody has fun with it. And everybody enjoys it, and that's the main point of cosplay for the whole community, really. If you're not having fun, you're not doing it right, and everybody's having fun.
Exactly. I think one of the things that for us is that the effort that everybody puts in. I know I'm gonna ask Tony in a minute, but I'm gonna just losh mine out there, because in case he says that this was his favourite, then I'll be left with none. But my favourite costume that I saw. And I was so gutted that I didn't. Well, actually, there was two, but I'm only gonna say one in case he says the other one.
Baseballs.
I was gonna say Marvin the Martian was my favorite, but the second one was Bath. So, wow, both amazing competition. I haven't actually at MCon. I spend my weekend running from one place to the other. You didn't so much last year because you had a bad leg, but generally as a rule, don't we? We literally just end up jogging around the whole hall all weekend, and by the end of it, we're just like 4 stone lighter and dead. But the other year, that was the fastest I ever ran to try and get a picture with somebody in cosplay, and I'd never ever had a photo with anybody in cosplay. So yeah, that was my favorite. So I'm assuming that yours was.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Spaceballs gets me every time. We've
seen him a couple of times, haven't we?
It's just a matter of it's like Where's Wally game. I know he's there. I've just got to spend however many part of the day just going, right, I'll go around that one, I'll go to the concourse. Now I'll go there, it might be the other studio, and then eventually I find him.
Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So, there's an actual group of them go around now, and you've got Dark Helmet, and you've got one of the guys from the ship, and then you've got Barth as well. And there's a troop of them go around together.
Oh, brilliant!
So,
Brilliant.
those next time.
It reminds me of the Monty Python guys as well. Have you seen those guys?
It's the same guys. It's the same guys do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it? Oh, they're yeah. I find them hysterical. Is it his missus or his girlfriend that is the with the coconuts? And she's like, everywhere she walks, it's like that as well. It's like, oh, that must kill your children after an hour. But you'll see her at like 5 o'clock in the day, and she's still like this, going click, click, click.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the people that we do meet there, like you say, we go to many events throughout the year. But with Nottingham being so central in the UK, and all of the members from like the Geek Asylum being from mainly around the UK, with Nottingham being so central, that's the pulling point for people. Yeah. And we get to see a lot of people that we only ever speak to online. I mean, there's 32,000 of us now. But we get to physically see the people that you've been talking to for all this time. And that's the thing for me is I'm a massive people person anyway. So when I do get to see them physically and you can touch base properly with somebody, that's something special for me. That really is something.
Indeed.
Catherine's comment has just popped up saying, my first time at MCon next year, my daughter is meeting Alex Kingston. She's a massive Doctor Who fan. Well, you won't be disappointed because between me and you, Simon, Tony, we've met Alex quite a few times, haven't we now?
Yeah, and I've never had a bad experience at all. She's a lovely, lovely lady.
Yeah, and she's one of those, you always get that one guest that makes extra time for anybody and will be the last person at their table. That is Alex Kingston.
That's amazing.
Yeah, she's one of those that will be like, oh, but we've got another 30 people yet. No, we're going to close this line because you've got to go for your photo shoot.
Yeah.
Oh, but can't I just do these first? Or it'll be 5 o'clock. They're turning the lights off now, Alex. Yeah, but that's Alex.
That's something that's happening for the next MCon. Even my daughter is coming along because my grandson, Harry, who's 6 now, is the biggest Doctor Who fan you are ever likely to meet that side of 10-year-old. So they're all going to come down for the weekend as well as punters. So
brilliant.
We're going to have a family time of it.
Well, it'll probably be one of the kind of like first events that happen next year, because there's not, in the winter months, there's not that many that really sort of like pick off April, May sort of time they start popping up. So I know the venue this coming week has started opening up again, the venue that we use, the arena. So that's a huge positive sign that, everything's starting to get back to a slight normality, or well, not normality, but you know what I mean.
Normal. I think it'll be from now on. But I mean, props again to you guys. You can always tell when an event's been put together by fans, because it matters, and you can feel the passion behind it, and you guys deliver on that, and you do feel that throughout the event. It's not like a corporate thing. It's a you can tell it's well put together by fans who know what they want and want to present that to their fellow fans. So thank you guys for that. That's something.
Thank you.
No, I mean the thing for us, and me and Tony sat until the wee hours talking about this. If we didn't care, we'd have stopped after year 1, or year 2. Well, especially after year 1 when
we don't talk
at the previous venue when we've got queues of about 20,000 people outside with a venue that can only sort of like barely take what we'd sold. So it's. We're just glad that people keep coming back. It's.
But you're obviously doing something right if people are still coming back, because we're going to come back until you're sick of us. Simple as that, really.
That's good to hear. Anyway, on that note, thanks for coming on, Carrie, and thanks for sharing your experiences. Always
no problem at all. I just congratulate Tony on all the positive stuff that's been happening for him this year. So well done, you. Very proud of you.
Good stuff. Well, you take care. Well. We always speak now and again anyway, so I look forward to speaking to you again. Give them grandkids those cute grandkids a hug, and we'll speak soon. Okay.
Will do. Take care.
See you later.
Bye. Wow. So some great experiences up to now, mate.
I know I was trying to steal your thunder there. I thought I knew what you were gonna go for.
What? Go on.
On the choice of cosplay, I really did think that's what you'd got picked first.
You know, oh no! When I saw that Marvin the Martian guy, I was just like, I was this close to jumping over the barrier just to get down there really quick. But yeah, the Bath guy was, I think, was he literally the only one I actually got to have a photo with?
Yeah, I think that's,
and I don't even have that photo anymore. Absolutely distraught, but it's the way it is.
well,
So,
I'm sure it'll be there in future, so you can just redo it, can't you? It's not a...
Hopefully. Well, we're going to bring on another attendee that comes to MCon. It's a young man called Josh.
Hey
Josh,
guys.
how you doing?
Hi, Josh.
How are you?
Oh, I'm doing good, thank you. I'm doing very well, thank you.
Good.
Good to hear it, mate. Good to hear it. Now, obviously, you've been backstage listening to everybody else. So
Yeah.
we want to hear, you know, some of your experiences and some of the cool things that's happened to you at MCon over the years.
Yeah. Well, as I say, I think I was there since pretty much the start, and it's always been a great experience. I think I was going to come to last year's one, but I couldn't. But I'm going to make sure that I come to next year's.
So I know you're a big Doctor Who fan. Someone told me that you're a huge Doctor Who fan. So you know, who's been, you know, the guest that has stuck out in your memory the most that you've met, or who was the one that, you know, that you enjoyed meeting the most?
Oh, quite a few actually, but I've got to say the best guests that you've had so far have got to be in 2018 when Maggie was announced, because I remember I love Bill, and I was so excited to meet her, and then like to find out that she was at a convention that wasn't too far away from me and at a good price as well. That was brilliant, and she was lovely. She was absolutely lovely.
She is genuine. Did you get to spend a lot of time talking to her, or did you have a photo shoot with her?
Unfortunately, no, but yeah, I did get a photo shoot, and it turned out great as well. I think you've actually managed to get quite a few of my favorite people from Doc too. So I come there every year, and every year I meet someone that I've really enjoyed. So yeah.
So we've got quite a few guests lined up for next year. I'm gonna hazard a guess with Tony. I reckon one of them that he's looking forward to is a Doctor Who guest. What do you reckon?
Yes, it is. Of course, it is.
Go on then.
It's got to be Alex Kingston, because I've not met her yet. I was going to meet her at some point last year, but she cancelled the day before I was supposed to meet her. So yeah, I'm so excited about that. Like we've just mentioned, you know, me and Tony have met Alex a few times, and she is absolutely lovely. One for me, you know, I got to spend a couple of days with her last year, and every day she was just, you know, really not that she wouldn't be, but she was just so polite and treated me like a friend, you know. And I'm nobody to Alex Kingston, but yeah, the one I'm really looking forward to meeting, as you were talking about Doctor Who. I don't know. What about you, Tony? Like, are you looking forward to meeting Catherine Tate?
Yeah, it's got to be said, hasn't it? She's probably got a personality that you expect it to be, and she actually does come across that way as well. Do you know what I mean? So I don't think she's going to disappoint in the slightest.
she's probably not going to be bothered to meet us.
No, probably not.
Yeah,
She's going to have thousands and thousands of people saying that all weekend.
Yeah,
but she takes it in good humour, in good stead, and
yeah.
Well, to be fair, we haven't finished announcing guests yet, Josh. So there might be somebody else there that you wanting to meet as well. So
yeah,
we'll see. Apart from we mentioned that you're a huge Doctor Who fan.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Apart from Doctor Who, has there been any other guests throughout the years that you've attended that you've liked and met?
Yeah, actually, this is going back to 2017 because I met Casper Crump that day, who was Vandal Savage in the tomorrow. So yeah, I went and met him, and he was lovely, and he loved my cosplay as well. And something else I really like about that photo I got with him is that, like, if you look really closely, then Arthur Darvill is in the background.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a nice little.
Yeah, that was a nice little touch. I was actually going to say, yeah, Casper was there the same year that Arthur came. So
yeah, I saw that. I thought that's brilliant.
Arthur, I know someone mentioned Pearl earlier. Arthur and Pearl are two people that we've approached for next year. Whether they're able to do it or not, we don't know yet. So everybody keep your fingers crossed on that one. But great speaking to you, Josh. We love hearing everybody's experiences and stuff like that. So it's great to have you on, mate, and look forward to seeing you at the event. We've got a couple more people to get through, so we're going to crack on because I've just looked at the time and we've been on 50 minutes nearly already. Always going so fast, but great to talk to you, mate.
Yeah,
and obviously we'll keep in touch, and we'll see you at the event.
All right, guys.
Take care, mate.
Yeah, thank you.
See ya. I was going to jump in and go with a question specifically, but it doesn't necessarily detract. But I wonder whether people, pick up on certain actors that are in our show, Doctor Who, Arthur Darvill, and then go, do you know what? I liked him in that. And then they move on to progressions like to when he moved on to Legends of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Do they follow the actor with their new career? Because some people are just staunch Marvel fans and never come out of the MCU universe, and they're like, I'm not going to do it. And then all of a sudden they go, well, I don't like Doctor Who. Do I follow the actor and go along and watch new, branch out into new fields of stuff? It'd be interesting to see whether
that is an interesting question. Actually, I'm sure that is actually a question that we can put to one of our next guests. So we've got some chaps that come every year. They travel quite a distance to come over and talk to us, and that is Darren and David. Hello.
Hi guys, how are you?
Hi, Darren.
Hi guys.
So actually, Tony, I'll let you put that question to Darren and David, because I think they've got a particular favourite guest that comes to MCon.
Yeah, I just I know we all know, specifically for you guys, that you're massive Power Rangers fans, but when
there you go.
So when one of the Rangers decides to branch out into a new TV show, do you follow where the actors go and go, do you know what, I want to latch onto what they're doing now? Or is it just I really like my Power Rangers, and if there's someone joins it, that's fine, but I'm not going out of the
Well, actually, no. Whenever after Power Rangers finished and Amy Jo Johnson, who played Kimberly, she passed out into a show called Felicity. And I actually did watch that for a while, because it wasn't the fact that Amy Jo was in Power Rangers. I just wanted to see, like, after Power Rangers, what they would actually do.
And we would still follow the guys after Power Rangers and after MMPR. And we're cross-referenced. I mean, like, Darren does DC cosplay, I do DC cosplay, he does Marvel, I do The Matrix and stuff like that. So we are we're highly educated in all genres.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. And I'm sure where one of you aren't, the other one puts you straight. It's like, no, you're doing it wrong. This is what you got to do. But
totally what happened.
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Yep. Yeah, that's exactly what happens.
Brilliant. So we touched on sort of like you guys are huge Power Rangers fans. Who has been the guest that you've come to see that's like, wow, this is sort of like, this has done it for me. This is the one that I really wanted to meet.
Yeah, well, it was the guest who attracted us to your first con in 2017.
You're taking my ear off.
It was. Can you hear me? Okay, through
Yeah.
Yeah. As the guest who attracted us to go in 2017, that was David Yost.
Incidentally, we've got David Yost on what day is it? Thursday, I think.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, we've got him coming on for a chat. Yeah.
Yeah, he was the main attraction that initially said, right, we're going over to that, because I've wanted to meet David Yost ever since I saw him on Power Rangers. It wasn't the fact that he was the Blue Ranger and blue's my favorite color, and the fact that the Blue Ranger is my favorite Ranger. It's the fact of what that guy went through whenever he was in the show, and
with him being bullied,
for being gay, and the abuse he went through, and just his personal journey, the fact how he dealt with it and how he came through it a stronger person. He didn't let the bullies beat him, and
exactly.
He just inspired me. He inspired me in my own personal journey with my sexuality, and how I went through that same sort of thing with my own family. It wasn't people on set. It wasn't people in the school. It was actually my own family.
Yeah.
So, for me to get him for me to tell him that personally, in person, that's something I never thought I'd ever be able to do, and it was because of you guys that I was able to do that.
And we've been hooked ever since.
Well, we see you there every year. So like when we was looking for attendees, it was like, oh, who should we have? And you guys were literally the first ones out the mouth. It was like, oh, what about Darren and David? Yeah, okay. Let's ask them, see if they want to come on.
And I mean, like Lee, we do conventions in Ireland, but the conventions in Ireland have it's not on par with EMCon. The camaraderie, the friendships that we've built in Nottingham, and the buzz that we get from Nottingham is brilliant. Seeing the street theatre out in the street with cosplayers, the Daleks shooting water out, out in the street in Bolero Square. You don't get that experience in any of the convention scenes here in Ireland. And whenever we seen that, we were like, wow, it was just incredible.
It's like on a different level altogether. I mean, there's 3 major cons that we go to over here, but compared to the cons that we went to in the mainland, like we did 3 mainland cons.
We only did 1 con in Ireland last year, and there was 3 mainland cons that we did.
3 mainland cons last year, and MCon is by far the best of a lot of them that we've ever gone to. That's why we.
Oh, that's brilliant to hear. Thank you.
It's worth coming all the way over from Northern Ireland just to go to that con, just to see what you get. And it's like for £20 a ticket, what's on offer is unbelievable, and the caliber of guests is like second to none.
And plus too, what I like about it is there is no cosplay hierarchy, whereas in the convention scene in Ireland, cosplay hierarchy is prevalent. As in, guests are treated like celebrities. Cosplay guests are treated like celebrities, whereas you guys treat cosplayers just exactly the same as Joe Blogs attendees, and that's the way it should be. Yeah,
we get a lot of people like sending us messages and emails saying, I'm this cosplayer, can I come as a guest? And the answer's always been and always will be the same. We don't book costumers, cosplayers as guests. We've had a couple that have come along and judged competitions and been hosts of our live stream while we've been, over the weekend we've had the live stream on and they've hosted that. But at the end of the day, somebody that maybe puts, £5 of their money
but a year's worth of work into their costume has worked no less harder than somebody that spent £1,000 and done it in a week.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it. So,
Absolutely.
somebody shouldn't be elevated above the other. So that was the rule I set down pretty much from the start, wasn't it, Tony? That, we kind of treat cosplayers equally. Everybody can enter the costume competition. That's fine. And there's some damn good prizes on that as well. So, if that's what they want to do, that's great. But moving on from sort of like, that I was actually going to ask you, do you guys find it quite easy to travel over? Are you guys based, whereabouts are you based?
We're based in Belfast. And,
okay, so do you find it easy to get over?
We would fly into East Midlands and then get the, do you know the grey bus from East Midlands to Nottingham? We would get that bus.
Skylink,
The Skylink, is it the Skylink?
Yeah.
We would get that, and then we go to our accommodation, have the Thursday and Friday to explore your wonderful city, because Nottingham is a wonderful city.
Very nice.
Great. It's great for art. It's great for history. I'm a big Torval and Dean geek, and I admit that, and once I'm in Nottingham, I'm like, wow, I'm walking where Christopher Dean and Jane Torval walked at one stage, and it gives me goose pimples.
Yeah. I mean, have you seen their outfits from the Bolero hanging up in the arena?
Yeah, but I was actually wanting to take photographs, but it said no photographs allowed, and I was like, damn it.
We'll make sure you get a photo.
Oh, thank you.
Actually, I think they've been moved, but we'll make sure you get a photo. Just
thank you.
Tell us so we don't forget.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you.
Probably like just before the event would be helpful. Otherwise, we might forget.
Yeah. Yeah, give us a bit of a warning,
guys. I want to thank you, and I'm speaking for myself, and Darren can speak for him. But I want to thank you for an incredible weekend that we have been attending, a year and out since 2017. And for us, it's one of the highlights of our year is to go over to Nottingham, to explore the city, to go into costume, and to go to EMCon, because we actually have we've actually, that was our base, and that is we class your convention as our home convention in Nottingham, in the mainland. But I'm going to pass you over to the boss here, because the boss, I'm getting a wee bit tongue-tied, so.
No, it's like what Kerry was saying there earlier about making friends over there. I mean, we just happened to bump into the other Power Ranger cosplayers, and then we've actually become really good friends with them. We meet up with them every year. We specifically arranged to meet up at MCon, because that's probably the only time that we'll see them. Otherwise, we'll talk to them online.
That's great.
It's the same like Kerry. Like, we've made friends through Kerry as well.
James as well.
And also James Wilco, who's a brilliant friend of Kerry's. And we met them too at MCon, and they've become really close friends of ours. So we've actually got more friends now in the mainland than we have over here. And that's all been through cons, and especially MCon, because that's where the majority of them are.
I mean, you don't need to thank us, but that's really, really nice to hear. I mean, there's a lot of work that goes into the events, but at the end of the day, stories like you guys meeting your heroes and things like that, all the money in the world ain't going to buy that. It's great for us to hear that. And I know this is going to sound really cliche, because a lot of people say it, but that is the reason why we carry on and try to do it better every year. So thanks lads.
And that's why he spends hours and hours, contacting agents and speaking to guests, so we can get people that are just absolute fans, heroes, and put you two together to make your year, make your event, and do it that way. Our
first year, it was like all our Christmases has rolled into one. Whenever we went there, so it was like Christmas Eve on the Friday for us.
Yeah.
So we couldn't sleep that Friday night. We were like zombies on the Saturday, and then we sing.
So were we.
We sing you in Cosmos, and we were like, wow, I have to go over and say something to the guys that it was a fabulous con, you know. And guys, you know, it's very emotional for us because we feel at home in Nottingham, and we feel ourselves as a gay couple walking about hand in hand in the convention. We just feel at home, don't we?
Yeah, we feel comfortable, like we're not being judged. Like
No.
the first year that we came over, like obviously David was dressed as
Green Lantern. I was dressed as,
and then obviously I did Blue Ranger. Like I couldn't walk 5 feet without getting stopped for photos every 5 minutes. And it's been the same every year since we've done the Power Rangers group. Like last year, we met up with James and Vic and
Joe,
Kyla and Joe, and there was a photographer from the local press outside getting photographs with us, as in a Power Rangers group.
but it was like 45 minutes, and we wanted to get back in because we wanted to experience but
Just
you know,
swamped by photographers outside.
yeah.
You're famous now, guys. That's what it is.
You got
But
more fun
guys,
than we get.
But guys, we want to thank you, and you're incredible, and the EMCOM team is incredible as well.
Thank you.
Thanks. It's always nice getting compliments like that. But I'm one of these. I wear my heart on my sleeve. Basically, I always struggle to when we've wrapped up at the end of a convention and stuff like that. I'm always the one that's like the emotion and everything. It ravages me. I can't speak to anybody after the event. I genuinely can't. To the point where Tony has to do the speech to the crew because I can't do it because I'd literally just be standing there, tears streaming down my face.
I know from your Facebook posts after the event, you go off Facebook for a while. And
I can't. Yeah.
Do you know something, Lee? You do wear your heart on your sleeve. Tony wears his heart on his sleeve, and we want to congratulate Tony and getting married this year. Tony, we seen your photographs. You and your wife looked lovely, and we want to wish you all the best in the future.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you.
Shouldn't she? Oh! I nearly said something really bad then. Shouldn't she be in the kitchen?
Oh!
All right, and you'll beat me up later. No, but great. Thanks for coming on, guys. Thanks for sharing your experience. Really good to see you again. And
look forward to seeing the future.
Genuinely can't wait to see you guys next year. So
we'll be there.
We'll be there
definitely.
Take care.
While our COVID's still here next year, we will still be there no matter what.
Brilliant. Well, you guys take care of yourself, and we'll see you soon.
Okay, guys. Bye.
Yeah.
Them guys.
Yeah.
Awesome guys. Wow, I feel like we've been on live for like a day now. It's like after talking to everybody, it's like, they've gone. You know, like when you've had a bit of a party or something, and everybody's gone home, and you sort of sit there.
There we go.
Is it finished?
Yeah. A bit, very much like the weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely is actually. This actually talking to all these guys reminds me so much how much I miss doing the event. Did that come out right? I think. And
one thing I'll always say to anybody, people may watch the live, they come to an event, they dip their toe into what goes on for the weekend. But if I can say one thing to anybody for it is, if you want to get a peek behind the scenes a little bit and see what makes the whole thing tick and how it goes on, there's like, go to the after party, because when you actually see those people that have sweated blood, sweat and tears for 3 days straight,
and they're all sort of like crashed out because nobody can, apart from getting up to go to the bar.
Yeah.
It's amazing though. Do you know what really amazes me about the after party? Where does everybody's energy come from? Because when everybody's up and dancing and just bouncing around the room, it's like, are you not dead? Surely you should be sort of like done. Let's actually let's get this announcement up and
There you go. You got space now, Eddie.
Yeah. Ray, Peter Davidson's coming to MCon next year. Actually, it looks like Simon's. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna have Peter along. We're hoping to clarify a few more guests in the next couple of weeks. So you unfortunately probably be seeing this and that face a bit more regular, announcing a few guests. You look like you was picking his nose then.
I'm trying to work it out. It took me a minute.
So Peter will be along next year as well. So always good to see Peter. And to be fair, he adds to the Doctor Who crowd. Who we got so far? We've got Alex Kingston, Catherine Tate,
and I noticed one further down. Where was
maybe Bradley's been in Doctor Who a few times. Obviously Sylvester.
Colin.
Oh, Colin Baker. How did I forget him? So we've got. That's our third Doctor. Fourth if you include David.
Yeah.
That's not bad. Maybe we'll have to do a group Doctor shoot if people want it. So yeah, we'll see what's cracking there. Oh, there you go. Josh has already asked. I wonder where he heard that from.
Yeah.
So Peter Davidson's going to be attending MCon. Eddie, is your microphone working? Is it working?
I can't even see him nod, can you?
We can't hear him. Anyway, we're gonna get Eddie to pick a winner for our prize tonight.
Oh yeah, good point.
So as you can tell, it's Flash Gordon, and it's signed as well by Sam Jones.
Oh, I've got it on my screen. Have you got it on yours?
There we go.
Do you want to announce it? I've got a name up here on mine.
I've got no name.
So if confirming if it's on there, we have John Rowlands.
John Rowlands has won the pop. Boom. There we go.
Is that in a sleeve? Is that in a protective sleeve?
No.
I just saw a flash and I thought, oh, it looked like it was in a sleeve.
No, it's just the because it's actually in pristine condition. This one. Yeah, it's got the. Can we see? There we go.
Yeah,
there we go. So yeah, well done, John. John's won the competition. Just a quick go over of what's coming up in the next sort of like week. We have got. Bear with me while it loads.
I'm glad you've got it because I haven't got anything on yet.
Boom.
Oh yeah.
Thursday, the 10th of September, we've got David Yost, the original Blue Power Ranger, with us, talking to Ashley that evening from 8 p.m. He'll be live, so there's an event page over on Facebook. So if you want to pop a question to David and want to make sure that it's asked, go over to the Facebook page and pop it on there, and we'll get that up. And we're back. Right. I think this time we left, isn't it, mate?
Yeah. You know, some of us are on time difference, remember?
Yeah, spoke to all the attendees, and that's about it. David Yost will be joining us on Thursday. Oh, on the 9th, we have got Danny John Jules and the cast of Death in Paradise as well. We're just confirming who we are going to have on that. We've got a confirmation from Ben Miller already. So if you guys are fans of Ben Miller and the rest of the Death in Paradise team, pop along and see us on Wednesday, and then David Yost on Thursday. So
are we going to bring everybody back in just for one quick?
Yeah.
Is everybody still here? Eddie, is that close? 1, 2, 3, 4. Hi, there we are.
Yeah, we're still here.
Yay.
So great to talk to you guys. I think we've lost Josh, but yeah, never mind. Bye, Josh. But yeah, thanks for joining us tonight, you guys.
No
we
worries.
hopefully
Pleasure.
see you soon. I want to say this sincerely. All of you stay well, and you know, hope to see you next year. Okay.
Will do. Looking forward to it.
Sam.
You'll definitely see us again next year.
Great stuff.
And you'll just see me on the airwaves.
yeah. You know, now you're a celebrity.
Touch me.
For those that don't know, tell us why I've been referring to you as a celebrity, Carrie.
Oh, there was a Red Dwarf retrospective documentary recently on Dave, and I had a grand total of about 6 seconds screen. So, you know, talk to my agent, not me.
On the back of your gas bill.
It is as well, yeah. Great stuff. Well, thanks for coming on again, guys. Look after yourself, like I say, and we'll see you all soon. Okay.
Yeah.
See you next year.
Take care.
Guys.
Bye.
Bye.